Hello, Brian the Fanboy here, and today I am coming to review Space Sheriff Sharivan, or as they say in Japan, Uchuu Keiji Shariban. Now, this is the second Metal Hero series, and it first aired in Japan back in 1983, and it consists of 51 episodes. Now, this series starts when one of the things that happened is that Igaden, he a man named Igaden who was introduced in the later part of Gyaban. Well, he already received special training and he was heading towards Earth to become the planet's official space sheriff or Uchukechi. And with him is a woman named Riri, and she was assigned to help out Dan, just as Mimi had helped out Gyaban. Now, another thing that happened was that a new evil organization has its sights on Earth, and it already started attacking the planet. Now, the name of this organization is called Uchuu Hansai Soshiki Mado, which means Space Crime Organization Mado. But I'm gonna say Mado for short. Now, the leader of Mado is this immobile being named Mao Psycho, and he looks like some kind of a statue that's sitting down and holding two tridents. Now, other members of Mado are this man named Kaira Shogun, and then we have this woman named Tokuta Porida. And there's these two other women named Mizuakuma 1 and Mizuakuma 2. And the foot soldiers of Mado are called Faitoro. Oh yes, and the members of Mado, they reside in this flying fortress called the Kemushiro, which means Kemu Castle. No. And Igaden, he finally arrived on Earth, and then eventually he met up with the forces of Mado, and there was a fight, and then he henshin, and his henshin process is this Six Shock, which means Crimson Shine. And how it works is that there is this ship called Beta Birth, and whenever Dan uses his henshin call, well the the Beta Birth, it uses red solar energy and puts down particles over Dan, which gives him a crimson metallic suit. Yes, it's red and also comes with a red helmet with a black visor and silver mouthpiece. So it's kind of like a red version of the Gyaban suit. Let's see, yes, and then he started to fight Mado, and yes, one of his weapons is a gun called the Graibu Buster, and he also has a weapon named and just like Gavin, he also has a razor blade. Oh, I forgot to mention the monsters. For Mado, they're called Makaiju, which means Magai peace. And well, throughout the series, well, and many of the battles, well, Mao Psycho would order to open up the Kemukai, which means Vision World. And well, the Kemukai is some kind of white hole or Waiduhoru, and it transport, Shariban and the Makaiju into another dimension. Oh, and Shariban, he uses his vehicle, the Modicharian, to help her get inside the Kimukai. Yes. Oh, and the Grand Buff also has like a mode known as the Badru Buff, which well, it's like when the Grand Buff turns into some kind of a mecha, like a fighting mecha, with arms and legs, and its weapons are, well, two of its weapons are the Beta Bimu and the Brasma Cannon. And that's how Shariban fights off each Makaiju throughout the entire series. And, oh yes, and the Kemokai, the Makaiju, they have 4 times the power or strength than they had on Earth. Now, I think with the second episode, it's revealed that then he got a job at a place called Suzuki Motors, where, well, his job is to repair vehicles. And see, his boss is a man named Izuka Kabe. And Kabe, he, well, has 3 children. His oldest is a young girl who I think is in her early 20s. Her name is Shiaki. And yeah, she has 2 younger siblings who are, yes, also the children of Akabe, and well, a little girl named Shi and a little boy named Akira. Another person who's also in the series is Ojami Kuchiro, who was introduced at the beginning of Kyaban, and he is also a regular in Shariban. And just like in the previous series, he still trying to take pictures of UFOs. Well, I think up around to episode 18 or 19, well, we learned something about Ikaten's heritage. You see, he was born on this island. I think it was called Iga Island, but well, he traveled to the place where he was born, and then eventually he met up with well, there was a young girl he met who I think she was, well, like 12 years old or something, and see, oh yes, and she and a bunch of other girls around her age, well, they stay with this old man, forgot his name, but Shariban, I mean, then he met up with him, and well, turns out the old man knew Dan's father, and then revealed that the people on the island are descendants of people who came from another planet called Iga. And well, what happened was that 2,000 years, before, well, according to 2,000 years ago, according to the show, well, he Mato has conquered Ica, destroyed it, and yes, many lives were lost, but there were those who survived, and the surviving members of Ica had retreated, and oh yes, they resided on many different planets, and Earth happens to be one of them. But there is this goal for descendants of Iga to actually return to their ancestral home. And well, to achieve that, the Indians need to get a hold of the Igan crystal. It plays a part in restoring, uh, their old world. Let's see. Oh yes, and eventually, Iga. Well, I mean, yes. Then one of he was told that in order to find it, he needs to find a sword. And when he found it, it's like on a mountain with a waterfall, and well, he had to pull it out, just like King Arthur. He achieved, and I think the mountain opened to reveal some kind of a cave or something. He went out and found this white lion statue, and the statue told Egan what to do. However, the forces of Mato arrive and they kidnap the young girls, and eventually, the oh no, I mean, but before that happens, well, then did find the crystal, and then the thing with the forces and the girls, well, eventually the crystal, they it is the crystal and the girls have mysteriously disappeared, and Iga, I mean Den and Mado, they don't know where they went to, but anyway, they went back to the regular fighting. Oh, I forgot to mention that throughout the entire series, there was this man who is shown, looking at what's going on with Dan, and I'll get more about who he is later in the video. Now, see, oh yes, a few episodes later, it is revealed that Iga, he he met up with a group of resistance fighters against Mado, who are led by a woman named Rita. Now, oh yeah, about the Iga, forgot to mention about the Iga descendants. Yes, in that same episode, Iga then he learns that he's also a descendant of the Igan people, and he will do his part to restore the planet as well. Now let's see. Oh, some episodes later, yes, Iga, Dan. I keep saying Iga, but his individual name is Dan. But anyway, Dan he met young these two young people, a brother and sister, who were also fighting against Mado. And well, the brother's name is Biri, and the sister's name is Heron. And well, they want the reason they want revenge against Mado is because well, Mado killed their family, their parents, and other people they cared about. Eventually, at the end of that episode, Biri got killed, and Heron decided to drink hard so she can do a better job of defeating Mado. And let's see, And yeah, for a few days she became an ally for Shariban. But then eventually, in one of the a few episodes later, where Heron she got killed, and oh, another thing is that both Beery and Heron they were wearing this kind of blue necklace that supposed to represent Iga. Now, in an episode, I don't know which episode later, but well, Mado they created a time machine to try to send Dan into the battle so he cannot henshin. And well, one of the time periods he was sent to was ancient Japan or Japan's feudal era. Then eventually he arrived in Morocco in I think 1941 or something like that. And then eventually he arrived what looks like a deserted planet, but in the future. And he met with this kind of frog-like creature. I forgot his name, but yes, he was like leader, and eventually was revealed that the planet he was on was Earth, and because something happened to Earth in the future, and well, there was no idea if there was a way to prevent it or not. Anyway, then he finally arrived back to 1984. I mean 1983. Yes, and oh no, wait, I forgot. And that planet, well, he found Miyuki. That was one of the girls he met, and on the Ika Island, and yes, her and the other girls. And then Iga met up with this man who's wearing some kind of white outfit, and well, according to the subtitles I read, he was referred to as the Holy One. Now, eventually, Iga went back to 1983, and he was determined to restore Iga. Now, in another episode, we meet a new character who is a who joined Mado, and his name is Reda. And he's obviously some kind of wizard or sorcerer. So yeah, some kind of wizard, and well, he he did his part to try to defeat Shariban. And then see a few episodes later, Reda he uses well he started to turn Kira and Dr. Borga against each other, and then well when Kira was well, for one thing, Rada did something to Curious drink that made him very drunk, and then after he was talking to, talking to Mao Psycho, accusing Dr. Boreda of sparring against him. Well, Mao Psycho he made Kuroshoken grab some kind of share thing, and well, for some episodes he was shown grabbing this share thing like this. Yes, and Mao Psycho said that they have to that Kuroshoken and Dr. Porter has to earn the right to sit on the throne. You see, now, eventually, see, Oh yes, well, I forgot what happened, but something later. But eventually, Kuryo Shogun he was finally relieved of his punishment, and then in another episode, well, it's revealed that Mimi got captured by Amado, and she was being forced to become the wife of, oh yes, of Kuro Shogun, because it was considered like it was dirty of revenge for Kiri. But it was Mao Saga's idea of revenge against Gom Shogun by having Karyu and Mimi marry each other, getting married, so Mimi can give birth to a child of Mado. And however, and during the ceremony, well, eventually, before things could be official, Mimi used her lazy vision to turn to a bird and escape the wedding. Now, oh, and Shariban, he eventually found a the portal to 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 Kimushiru and fight off it. And eventually, he was looking for Mimi. Then eventually, well, Shariban fought off Tamagotchi, and Mimi was free from Mado, and she would stay with Shariban and Riri, for a while before going back to the planet Bado. You see, on a few, I think a few episodes later, oh yes, Sharp, then he eventually, oh yeah, found this secret portal where he met up with Miyuki and the other girls, and they arrived, and they came back to Earth, and they also found the Ego Crystal. I forgot how it happened, but anyway, Rada, he got the oh, he help from that frog creature that I mentioned a bit earlier, and then see trying to remember something. But anyway, Rita and community uh, they eventually got a hold of the Eco Crystal, but it wasn't over yet because, well, for one thing, oh yeah, another Rita, he attacked the started yeah, attacked Psycho. However, then came another the man who I mentioned earlier, who was look what's going on with Sharivan the entire series. Turns out that he's one of the bodies of Mao Psycho, and according to Mao Psycho, he is immortal. So whatever happens to one body, the other one can restore it. Oh, and the frog creature, I forgot to mention that it ate Misokuma 1. Or maybe it was Misokuma 2. And then Doko Porita and Raider and let's see, oh, Misokuma 1. Yes, in one of the final episodes, they got killed, but I forgot. See, yeah, I forgot how they died, but yes, and then oh yes, Keban arrives so he can help Shariban, and also the other people who were there were Gomshogun and Mimi, and, and they all got ready for the final battle. This was the last episode, and well, or for one thing, they started to yes, they arrived. They found the secret portal to the Kimushiru, and then they had trouble at first. However, they resisted, what was happening on them, and then decided to fight Mouse Tiger and destroy both bodies. And then they escape, and that was the end of Mado. And also, the Ika Crystal arrived, and they were ready to go back to Iga. The descendants of Iga were ready to go back to their homeworld, the true homeworld. And yeah, so Iga, Miyuki, the girls, and let's see, I think there were other people too. Yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, there were other Iga warriors, and the yes, flew in the Grand Dubuff, and well, Ririchi stayed behind. Although at the end of the episode, well, Riri says that she wanted to go with them. Once she wanted to go with Dan, and as Dan was putting the ship, he oh yes, he found the Holy One and the crystal. Yes, leading the way, and well, that's when the Egans realized that the Holy One was Iga's guardian deity. And that was the end of Uchuu Keiji Shariban. I think yeah, no, I think there are some things that I left out, but I did the best I could with what I was able to remember. No, what I think of this series, yeah, I think it was alright. I mean, good action. Yeah, yes, good action. First time it was made back in 1984. I mean 1983. And as whether you should watch this or not, well, this is more like an up to the parents things because well, if you are a parent, then it's best you watch this series yourself, so you can decide whether to let you children watch this show or not. But anyway, yes, I think that's all I can say about Uchuu Keiji Shariban in this video. And also, please subscribe to my channel because it will help me a lot. And also, please share this video on social media like Facebook, Twitter, or whatever. So that's it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.